Hello beautiful people, my name is Matt, also known as the Humble Bear. I'm talking all things mindfulness, mental health, spiritual well-being, anything coming up in my life, helping it with you, sharing it with you to help you in your life and on your journey. And today I'm talking about acceptance. Acceptance, wow, acceptance is such a big topic and such a big tool. Because when we can accept things, then we can change them. When we can accept things, we can become okay with them. And then we are growing, we're expanding, we're stepping into new ways of being, we're not picking up resentments, we're not fearing things. We're just really raising our vibration really high. And it's like the acceptance is like the non-negative. It's like, I'm going to accept this, okay? And then if I can accept it, maybe I could be happy in life. Maybe I could be peaceful in life. Because until we accept things, can't change. Until we accept that we have a problem, we can't change. Now, a lot of you know that I started my journey in recovery, in recovery from drug and from alcohol addiction. And there's a really powerful passage I want to read you, which comes from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It's from a chapter called Acceptance is the Key, or Acceptance was the Answer. And it's on page 417 for anyone who has a copy or wants to read it. And I'm going to read this to you because it's so powerful. And so it says, acceptance is the answer to all, in italics, all my problems today. When I'm disturbed, it's because I find some person, place, thing or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's, you can replace that with universe, source, whatever you want to choose to call that, world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism or whatever it is you want to talk about, whether it's your resentment, whether it's your ex-wife, whatever that may be, until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Could not get over the fact. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. This is where I work. Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players. He forgot to mention that I was the chief critic. I was always able to see the flaw in every person, in every situation, and I was always glad to point it out because I knew you wanted perfection just as I did. AA and acceptance have taught me that there is a bit of good in the worst of us and a bit of bad in the best of us. We are all children of God, and each of us have the right to be here. When I complain about me or about you, I am complaining about God's handiwork. I am saying that I know better than God. I'm saying that I know better than the universe. I know better than the divine plan, or whatever you want to call it, fate, destiny, whatever you choose to call that, whatever you choose to call your higher power, whatever you choose to call your paradigms. By criticizing it, we are saying that we know better. Acceptance allows us to transcend that. Acceptance allows us to see the world as just unfolding exactly the way the world is unfolding. I can accept that this person is doing this. Regardless of my perception, regardless of my opinion, can I see that that's how things are? That's how things are, and I can accept life on life's terms. How can I look inside me and say, well, this is how things are happening. That outside of me is happening. This person is doing this, which I'm perceiving as personal. I'm thinking there's an attack on me, or I'm not agreeing with it and I'm getting angry about it. I want to be an activist against it. But what I really should be looking at, or what we as a collective should be looking at, is why is that triggering something in me? Why am I not okay with that? One of the Eckhart Tolle's sayings is, what we resist persists. What we resist, we strengthen. As we resist things, as we try to fight things, we fight it, we strengthen it. Okay, we put energy into it, we're putting energy into it, and it's growing, its attention is growing. How can we be okay? How can we be okay rather than coming from a space of I'm not okay, so I'm going to change the outside world in order to stop that from happening? How can I be okay with that happening? And then how can I do the right thing? How can I see what the world needs from me? If I'm not okay with the anger in the world, how can I give it more love? How can I send it more love? How can I be that change? You know, Mother Teresa used to say, I will never go to an anti-war protest, but I will go to a pro-peace. How can we be okay with that? How can we come from that space? That's the challenge. The first stage in that is acceptance. You know, the first stage in the 12 steps, which I started my journey on, is being powerless. I admitted I was powerless over my addiction, which essentially is saying I admitted I was powerless over my mind. Okay, because the mind was telling me I needed the drink, I needed the drugs, I needed the behavior in order to be okay. When I accepted and admitted to myself that that was an issue and I needed to do something about it, I had a platform in which to step off. I had a platform in which to go, okay, this is where I'm at. Now where can I go to? People always ask me, how were you so successful? How did you stay sober? First time, 5 years, nearly 5 years. Because I accepted where I was at. I was at rock bottom and I completely accepted I needed to change. This needed to stop. I couldn't go on like this anymore. Full acceptance that is who I was. Regardless of what other people were saying. There were people in my life still today saying, I don't believe you were this, that, and the other. I don't believe you felt that way. I don't believe you did this. But, you know, I know in me that I did. Full acceptance, full responsibility. This is where I was at. Now I can change. If I can be okay with that, not fight it, just that's how it happened. This is what happened. This is how it is. Now where can I go? How can I improve? How can I look inside me and see what needs to change in me? What is it in me that feels it necessary to have that behavior? That feels it necessary to manipulate the world in certain ways? That feels it need to change the way I feel with a drink or a drug or a behavior, a substance, whatever it might be? What is it inside of me that needs to change? Because the world is perfect. The world is evolving, expanding and evolving perfectly. And it's giving me help. It's helping me to evolve. It's helping to trigger things in me for me to let go of. So when it's triggering those things, the question for me is, how can I let go of them? This is what I address with all my clients. What is it in you? Okay, you're coming to me. You're telling me that your partner is doing this, and it's really uncomfortable and blah, 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 blah. You know, whatever the story might be, you know, they're really getting on your nerves and everything they're doing, and everything's an attack, everything's an argument. Okay, what's in you? What part of you do you need to change? Do you need to love yourself more and get out of the relationship? Or can you be more accepting and accept them for who they are? Love them for their imperfections, help them to evolve, talk to them, work out what's going on with them. Same with your job, you know, what is it? Is it because you don't love the job and you feel stuck, or is it because there's a hole in you? You're trying to fill it with something else. Whatever it may be, this is what we work through. If anyone needs any help with this, jump on the website. You can have a 15-minute free consultation with me. If you go to www.humblebear.co.uk, you can book that in and we'll have a chat. We'll work out where you are. We'll work out what needs to change. We'll work out what you need to transform, what you need to transmute, and we'll set you on the right path. Anyone wants to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on Instagram, _humble_bear, or Facebook. I'm under Matt Hillier, YouTube, wherever, anywhere. Just jump on, reach out to me. I can help you with this, help you find acceptance in your life. Because when you find acceptance, you can transcend it. You can transcend whatever's going on. You can work from there. That's a platform. It's a powerful platform to work off of. So I hope this helped you. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace.